welcome to my channel. This is my very first YouTube video on this channel and I'm so excited for this new journey and I can't wait for what it brings. So basically I want to start this video off with a little backstory, kind of my life, my whole story. I want to share this with you, my friends, my family, my supporters. I know I have a small business, a small Instagram account, Itzbelsbeauty if you don't know, and I've taken kind of a little break off of that, and here is basically the video explaining kind of why I've been taking a break from my business account recently, and kind of like explaining what's going on with my life recently, or before and now recently. So yeah, this topic is a little serious, so it's kind of hard, it's kind of weird for my first video, but I really want to share this with you guys. I'm just gonna give a warning right now. I'm going to be talking about depression, anxiety, suicide, pedophilia, mentally disturbed, kind of like all those things. If you guys have any triggers or like don't want to watch this video, click out of it right now, or just be aware that that's what this video is going to be about. I want to make this video for you guys, for anyone, because I feel like this topic is not a topic that many people feel comfortable or kind of shut themselves down because they are afraid of getting judged, or like just afraid to open up and talk about it in general. Or maybe people do talk about it and people don't listen. So I really want to make this video to share my experience, my story, and to let you guys know that there's nothing to be afraid of, and if you guys ever need anyone, I am here. So to start off with my story, I kind of want to talk about a few years ago, what kind of led up to everything that's happening now. I moved to a new school in 3rd grade, so kind of like grade school is where it kind of all started happening. Because I was a new student, of course, I was getting bullied at school. It wasn't like punching, fighting, or anything. It was just kind of like verbally people were talking about me or like saying stuff directly to my face. And this one girl I remember kind of said something to me and was like, oh, you came to the school, ever since you came to the school, you just brought problems, there's been problems over here. And like, I was like in 4th grade. I was a little girl, and trust me, I did not know what was going on. I was just like having the time of my life, playing in the playground, you know, and it was just like a big problem kind of, because I had to tell my mom, her mom knew, the principal was involved. It kind of kept going on 5th grade, 6th grade. Bullying is kind of normal to people now because it happens so often and it happens everywhere, every day in school, and people don't realize how big of a toll it has on someone. So that kind of started it, and then I've just moved on to like middle school, and I've grown really big friendships. I've had friends for years, and then it kind of went on to high school where I kind of lost my friends, and lost my friends in a way as them stopped being friends with me. And you know, that is normal because it happens to a lot of people, but really what impacted me was I didn't know why I lost those friends. Like, I didn't know why I stopped talking to them or they stopped talking to me. I didn't know what I did. I kind of like was blaming myself for things that were happening in my life, like, oh, you must have done something because these people are not friends with you anymore. So it kind of was, that was bringing me even more down. Like, oh, you've probably done something because you were getting bullied in school. Oh, you lost your friends. Something must be wrong with you. I'm in sophomore year now and things are getting worse at home. I have family issues. I don't really want to get specific with all those things, but I am the oldest and I had a lot of responsibilities to do. I had to take care of my siblings. I just had to clean the house, cook, do a lot of stuff, and it's normal for people to do that in their household. But with me, I felt like I had too much stuff going on and I couldn't really handle it. And then it got to a point where I'm now in junior year and I'm about to be a senior, and I'm about to go to college, and I'm about to get a job. Like, I have to make a decision where I'm gonna go to college, what I'm gonna do. I have to start getting my grades up. I need to graduate from high school. Like, I started stressing out about all these things in school. At the time, I didn't know I had anxiety, so that was like kind of bringing me down. I was really nervous. I am and I was a shy person, but it was still kind of hard for me, and I was really stressed out about it because it was kind of like this thing about being good enough for people, basically saying, are you good enough to do this? What are you gonna do? Because if you don't do anything, your friends are doing stuff and you're not. Like, it's kind of being that perfect person in my head, and like kind of like what other people are seeing as like me. I want them to see me as not perfect, but like good enough for them, you know? So it was kind of like bringing me down, and kind of becoming depressed because I didn't want to talk to people about these things. I didn't want to tell them that I'm stressed out about school and like stressed out about picking a college or what, because I didn't know what I wanted to do. So it was like a lot of things happening in my life, but I wouldn't really talk to people about what was happening. It kind of became this thing that I just bottled in, and I kind of kept all of my feelings inside, and I wouldn't talk to anyone about it, and it kind of became worse and worse throughout the weeks, days. Sometimes I would cry myself to sleep, or I would just like lock myself up in my room and not talk to someone, or not talk to my family, not spend time with my friends. I wouldn't like go out, I wouldn't do stuff. I would just kind of like stay closed up to myself, basically. Emotional, but I wouldn't tell anyone I was like dealing with all these problems. So it was the summer before senior year, last year, 2019. I kind of like had all these issues inside, and it kind of exploded, and I attempted suicide. It was July, the month before school. I took a bottle of pills and nothing was happening, so I just went to bed. I woke up the next morning and I was feeling really bad. I was sick to my stomach. I felt like throwing up. It was just the worst. I've never experienced something like that ever. I ended up telling my boyfriend, and he ended up making me tell my parents, and I told my mom, and it was a scary thing to do, but I told her, and I told my dad, and they ended up taking me to the hospital. I was seeing a lot of doctors, a lot of people, nurses, talking to me, asking me so many questions. My stomach was in pain. I was feeling like throwing up. I was there for about a day, and then they said they couldn't keep me there, but I wasn't getting any better, so I actually had to get transported to Oakland, the children's hospital, and I stayed there for about 2 days, and I was on watch by a police officer, 24/7, because I was a harm to myself, I was a harm to others. My mom was luckily with me through this. She got to stay the night with me and stay there. It was the night when they told me I was on a 72-hour hold, which is basically I can't leave until I'm done with the 72 hours, because I was a harm to myself, I was a harm to others. They were just basically worried about me, and I wasn't better, so I had to go to a psychiatric hospital. It was the nighttime when I went, and I had to say bye to my mom and dad because I didn't know my time there was supposed to be for 72 hours, but if I was not better, I would stay there longer. It was depending on the nurse, the doctor, and like everyone else who was watching me and how I acted. So I was there, and this was a week before school started. I was there for about a week, exactly a week. I slept in my own room. Then they had like groups, we would talk, they would ask questions, we'd talk about our feelings, you know, that stuff. Then I would see the doctor, I would see a therapist, I would see like many people just talking to me about stuff. I would eat there. I was well taken care of. I met really good people and friends there. That place, they said they can go up to 20 to 30 people from girls and boys, and they're in the same building, and I was really lucky. I only had 6 girls at the time I went. It's really hard because it's nothing I want to go through again, and I want no one to go through that because it's traumatizing. It's kind of like you're alone, you're not with your family. I saw my sisters and my boyfriend twice when I was there, so I was really lucky about that. It was just really hard. And I got released on Friday, and I went home, and it was kind of weird because that was the first time I got to see the outside world in about a week. I wasn't able to leave that building, and I can go more into depth if you guys want to know it, like the whole story about that. But the next day on Saturday, I had Saturday school where I got my classes, I got to see my friends again, meet my teachers, and that was the most hardest thing ever because I had to act normal like nothing ever happened. Nobody knew except my boyfriend. That day I told my closest friends like what happened and like where I was at. It's a process, but I really do feel like since last year I've improved so much. I graduated from high school. I'm now in college. I'm doing bigger and better things for myself. I'm coping with all my stress and anxiety and all of these things. I'm talking about my feelings, and I feel like it really has changed me as a person because I am more open. I am more better than how I was last year or a year ago. It's something that happens a lot, and I feel like people don't realize it or don't think about it, but it's a thing that happens, and I feel like more people need to start talking about their story because, you know, it's their story, and it's actually interesting, but really for me it was a really positive change in my life, and I'm really glad that I went through that and that I'm over with it, and I am changing myself for a better person. But recently I kind of went through this situation that was traumatizing, and it still is. About last month, September, it is now October, last month, towards the end of the month, numbers were texting me, and I felt like, okay, it was whatever. They were just like, hey, what are you doing, or who are you, or how are you, and I'm just like, who is this? Like, I don't know your number, it's not saved on my phone. I'm like, okay, maybe it's a spam, maybe it's like a just like a random number, a wrong number maybe even. So I would just block them. Obviously it was like 2 times, and I was like, okay, it's whatever, like I didn't know, I didn't care. I asked all my friends and everything, and they didn't know either, and it was none of them pulling a prank on me. And then recently, October, the beginning, like maybe a couple days after my birthday, I got this text message of this person saying that they've been thinking about me, they've had feelings about me, they can't keep me out of their mind, and like just like a bunch of stuff, like saying how they can't tell me who they are because they'll get in trouble. They can't say anything, but they just wanted to let me know that they've been thinking about me and that they couldn't like keep it in anymore. And when I read this message, my boyfriend was actually with me, and my mom was with me too. I was really like confused because I didn't know who it was. I had no idea, no person I could think of. I kind of just kept texting them, who are you? Like, what do you want? Like, who are you? Tell me who you are. they said they couldn't, they don't want to get in trouble. And I'm like, why would they get in trouble? Like, who is this person? They ended up trusting me because I said I promised I wouldn't say who it was. I promised I wouldn't tell anyone. Like, why would I be mad? Because at the time, I did not know who it was. So they trusted me and they started giving me hints. They were like, we were locked up during quarantine together. We spent the summer together. Ended up telling me their first letter of their name and their last letter of the name. And I was so confused. I was like, what? Like, who is this? They ended up telling me their name. I started thinking about it, and it was my dad's cousin, which he is 30 years old, about to be 30 years old, a grown man, and he used to live with us for half a year, more than half a year, which I called him my uncle, basically, because he was older than me, a family member, blood. And he said that he's been thinking about me and that he has feelings for me. And at the time, I was just like shocked. I was like, what? Like, I was just like so confused. Like, I don't believe you. Like, you need to give me proof. I was like, maybe it could be my boyfriend playing a prank on me, which my boyfriend was with me, but I just wanted to hear from them that it was who they say they are. And the proof that they gave me literally was in my head and was like, it clicked so fast for me. They said they were watching my laptop with my dad while I was there cooking for my siblings and opening a can of green beans. And when they said that, it was so specific, so clear, so correct. And my mind was like, I was so shocked, and I was like, this is him. Like, I knew it was him. The only person in my house at the time when I was cooking green beans or opening green beans was my dad, my uncle, my two sisters, and my brother. And I'm like, what? I told my mom. She was reading the text messages with me because I'm like, obviously, like, who is this? And I told her, like, they told me their name. She was shocked. She didn't believe me. So I called my sisters and I was like, this day, what did I cook for you guys? And I haven't told them anything. They don't even know about the text messages. They just told my mom, they're like, we ate chicken nuggets and you made us green beans. And I'm just like, it's him. Like, no doubt about it. Like, it's him. Like, I have the proof. My sisters were there. I know it. He was living in my house. And at the time, I was 17. I was a minor. I turned 18 about a week ago, and he texted me a couple days after my birthday. So I was 18. Maybe he thought, oh, they couldn't do anything to me because she's 18 now, right? So obviously I promised him I wasn't gonna tell anyone, so he started giving me these proof. He's like, now you have all these proof, you're gonna go snitch on me, you're gonna tell everyone, like, I'm in trouble now, shit, I'm in trouble now. Like, he literally texted me that, and I just ignored him. I wasn't texting him no more. I was just like, completely done. I had to tell my dad that day. He texted me like at midnight. Dad, look, this person's texting me. That is so disgusting. That is gross. That is humiliating. What was he thinking? Like, I still can't believe there's people out in this world who are like that. That day I was shocked, I was surprised, but it wasn't getting to me. Like, it was like it was a big deal, but I still haven't processed it. I didn't block his number because I wanted the proof. I wanted to show everyone, like, look, this is the number. He's texting me. He texted me again on Wednesday. Like, this happened on a Sunday, and he texted me again a few days later on Wednesday night, like, saying, like, hey, and he sent me, like, a video of a sad puppy because I wasn't answering him no more. And I still didn't answer him at that time, and I told my parents, look, he is still texting me. Like, I haven't responded to his last text, and then he's texting me again, and I still haven't responded, but he's texting me again. And they were so mad. They were pissed. They were, like, disgusted. Everything you can think of. Everybody in my family is mad, sad, disgusted, disappointed, like, everything. Like, we didn't expect this to happen. We didn't know what it was gonna happen. And, like, after, like, a few days, I was, like, thinking to myself, and, like, it kind of started bringing me down, you know, because this is a family member who's doing this. They were checking me out, looking at me. It was kind of like getting to me because like I love doing my makeup. It's something I love doing. I love getting dressed up, looking cute, and it was kind of bringing me down. Like I didn't want to get dressed up anymore. I didn't want to do my makeup because people are gonna look at me this way, especially my family. Like why would I want to do that to myself and have people look at me that way? And it's really hard because I had other things going on in my life. I was still recovering from last year. Like it still gets to me at some points. Just to think that a family member was looking at me this way, to think that I was close to him, and to think that he was living in my house, and this whole time he had his eyes on me and nobody knew. And it kind of, obviously, like the what ifs started coming into my mind. Like what if he did something? What if he didn't leave my house sooner? He's obviously not living with us anymore. He's been gone before these texts, and so we don't talk to him at all. But it's still crazy to think, and it's honestly traumatizing because I've never thought it would happen. I don't know what is going on through his mind. I don't know what he's capable of, because I was obviously surprised about this. We didn't know he was capable of doing this. So it's kind of scary. It's scary to go out because what if he's like stalking me, you know? It's like, something I never want anyone to go through. Any of this, any of the things that I've been through in my life, because it really does affect someone. And it's not just affecting me, it's affecting my family members, my sisters, my boyfriend. Like I just want to share this with you guys because I want you guys to know what type of person he is. I want you guys to be aware of him, because if he's done it to me, who knows who else he's done it to? Who knows if he's going to do it to more people? I stopped my business for a while. My business was something that made me happy, made me motivated in life. Like I got to express what I love. I got to sell stuff. I got to do things, meet new people. And I had to shut that down for about a week or so because I was handling all of this. Nobody knew. I had to tell my family, which was really hard. I had to deal with myself. That's the reason why I've taken a break from my business. For those of you who are wondering, that's why, because I'm still going through this today. I'm going through a restraining order, so that's a whole process. It's affecting my school. I'm not able to focus. It's affecting my mood. I'm getting better. I'm kind of thinking of everything positive, coping with it through my business again, opening it back up, making me happy, making you guys happy. I'm starting this YouTube channel, which I kind of want to share with you guys to express myself, help you guys just do crazy stuff on the channel. I wanted to share my story with you guys because this was a really traumatizing, big experience in my life that's been going on for a long time now. I know there's a lot of people who go through this every day, and you guys never know what people are going through. So please, please, please just go check on them. Tell them how they're doing. Ask them if they're okay. Just like have a conversation with people, because sometimes they don't have anyone to talk to. Maybe they tell their parents that they're not feeling good, they're going through these things, and they don't believe them. Maybe they don't hear them, so they don't have nobody else. Go out, reach out to people and ask them how they're doing. And if you guys don't have anyone to talk to and you guys want to talk to me, I am all ears. I will be the listener, and I'll just sit there and listen to you, whatever you do. If maybe you just need a hug, a hug will save someone. You never know. I just want you guys to be more aware of your surroundings, be more aware of people who you let in your house, whether it's a girl, a guy, a family member, a brother, a sister, anyone. Just be aware. Don't stay quiet, because that will get you nowhere. That will just make the situation worse. I promise you, do not stay quiet. If something is going on in your life, maybe you are getting depressed, maybe you're thinking about suicide, maybe you have anxiety and you don't know how to describe it to someone, you don't know anything, maybe you're dealing with pedophilia, maybe you're someone's watching you, someone's stalking you, maybe you're just mentally not there. Don't stay quiet, please. Figure out a way to talk to someone. Maybe you can't talk to someone, maybe you need to write it out, maybe you need to see a therapist. There's many ways you can help yourself. Talk about your feelings. I want to say that mental illness is not something to judge or to think that someone will judge you, because it is not your quality, it is not your personality, it doesn't describe you. It's something you have, and it's something that will go away with time, with effort. It's not going to be there forever, and you can't think of this as, oh, I have this is who I am, I'm going to be like this, I'm going to stay like this. That's not who you are. You guys have to trust me on this. You guys will get better. You guys are worth something. Nobody's perfect, and no one is worthless. So you guys have to remember that. You can't be perfect, but you can be yourself, and yourself means the world. Trust me, someone out there loves you, and someone out there needs you. And I love you all, and I just want to say thank you guys for listening to my story. Like, it really means a lot. It's been a hard life for me, but you know what? I'm not letting that stop me. I am going to keep going. I'm going to do these big, amazing things in my life, and I'm going to take my story and share it with you guys, and I want you guys to share with anyone else that you think needs to hear this, to let them know that they're not alone, that they can keep going on, and you believe in them, and I believe in you guys. I just love you guys, and everyone deserves love and not hate, and you guys are strong. Everyone, every single person in this world is strong. And I really want to talk about my business, because I am going back to Itzbelsbeauty, and if you guys don't know about my business, I do sell lashes, and like, I'm starting to do all this makeup stuff, a beauty guru, but I kind of just want to share with you guys my new collection that's coming out very, very soon. The theme is going to be about mental health awareness. So I'm very, very excited, because this new collection is a part of me, a part of my story, and I get to share with all of you guys, and I get to kind of bring something from my terrible experiences to joy and something I love. I don't know what I'm doing. I also want to include just mental health in general. I want to bring awareness not only to depression and suicide and all of this stuff that I'm going through. I want everyone to feel included, and I want everyone to kind of share their story and bring awareness to this topic, to all these topics. So my new collection is going to be about butterflies and kind of how it represents mental illness and the awareness of it. You see, I love butterflies. I feel like they're so beautiful, and they're so creative and different, and I love how they kind of share their beautiful colors and kind of like grow and fly out and fly free. And I kind of feel like that's everyone, and everyone needs to grow and share their colors and fly free and be able to talk about themselves and their problems and how they feel. So I kind of see myself as a butterfly, or like my mental health as a butterfly spreading its wings. It's going to be amazing. I want to have all the colors, all the ribbons represented in this collection. So if you guys want to help and support this mental awareness kind of butterfly collection, you guys can check out my Instagram, Itzbelsbeauty. If you have to ask me something about it, or you want to know something, just ask me personally, please, because of course, like, this is my story, this is what I've been through, and don't be ashamed, because people are curious, and I kind of find that a good thing that people are curious, because you know, you want to know, because it's not an everyday thing that something like this is talked about. So I feel like it's a really good thing to talk about, and it's a really good thing to help myself be free and express myself and get my feelings out there, but also to help other people. So sorry this was a really long video, guys. Thank you guys so much if you guys made it to the end. Your support really means a lot to me. I just want to let you guys all know my little story and like what my new lash collection is gonna be about. And be strong, stay strong, have a smile on your face. If you guys need any help, if you guys want to talk to me, DM me. I love you guys.